Now, Cool Zoo has about 100 different animals in their wildlife exhibit for you to come see, including Swampy the alligator right here. Look at how cool he is. But this holiday season, families are racing around this track to see all of the shimmering lights. Now, the 64th annual Grammy Awards may have been the first time Lonnie actually won, but it wasn't the first time an album he had worked on was nominated for the prestigious award. And once you've explored everything the museum has to offer, you can come right here to the studio and become a glass maker yourself. But we have our Pet of the Week segment returning, and if you can't tell how excited I am almost as excited as Dozer is right here. How fitting is it that Dolly Parton Day in Ohio also falls on Book Lovers Day, and it's declared Dolly Parton Day because of her work with early literacy. I mean, the stars just aligned right there. There are more than 2,000 Tommy Hilfiger stores worldwide, but there's one in particular that's near and dear to the famed designer's heart. Welcome to the Tommy Hilfiger store in Corning, New York, where Tommy has come back to not only embrace his Southern tier roots, but also celebrate a very special cause. And it's a perfect time for that study to come out because today the nation celebrates America's favorite pick-me-up. Now, it's no denying that thousands of people from across the country come here to Watkins Glen International for the NASCAR Go Bowling at the Glen race, but if you look behind me, you could potentially see that there is another activity that's right up your alley. Christmas is just 2 days away, and Santa is making his final adjustments to the nice and naughty list. So where did this idea come about? What made you decide I want to give back to the community for the holiday season? I know we planned this, but we look like the 4th of July, and if you've seen Legally Blonde 2, you would know that that would make me want a hot dog real bad. So Darlene, my question for you is, what is this cookout cast going to be looking like today? Now, the importance of community is essential for the Hilfiger family, so for today's event, anyone that donates $10 will be able to get a free personalized signed t-shirt from Tommy himself, all to benefit the food bank of the Southern Tier. And this weather is perfect for taking your dog out for a walk, and if you don't have a dog, well, we've got one right here for you. And for anyone who may be interested in seeing all of these glistening orbs right in front of their eyes, the Corning Museum of Glass will be holding their annual holiday open house December 3rd and 4th from 9 to 5 p.m. for a weekend of holiday cheer. In Corning, Katerina Belales, WENY News. A small-town kid who brought home the gold. That's one way to describe Tompkins County musician Lonnie Park after he became a 3-time Grammy winner last month.
Super grateful. It's been incredible.
Last year, we sat down with Lonnie after he won his first Grammy Award, and 1 year later, he adds not one, but 2 more Grammy Awards to his resume. Now back at his Tompkins County studio, dubbed the Barn Castle, we sat down with Lonnie once more to reflect on the past year.
Last year was life-changing. It was the first Grammy I'd ever gotten. Never dreamed I'd get one. And to have it further develop and happen again this year, it's just unbelievable.
And this is the famous Grammy from last year, huh?
It is, it is. You want to hold it?
Can I?
Of course.
Oh, let's see.
Check it out.
After winning that Grammy in the Best New Age Album category for his work on Divine Tides, the album was re-released this past year in a surround sound format, the way it was always intended to be.
I'll never forget listening to it. When I was closing my eyes, it felt as if I could reach out in this spatial sense where I could almost grab a violin or grab a drum. And it's just an incredible experience.
Just like last year, that win was shared with the Police's Stuart Copeland and environmentalist Ricky Cage, who's known Lonnie for almost a decade now.
He's one of the most talented persons I know. He's basically good at pretty much every department when it comes to the music creation process or the music performing process.
And despite the album winning last year, this year's win for Best Immersive Album was even more meaningful.
Our competitors in this category were Christina Aguilera and the Chainsmokers. So winning this Grammy was very, very special because it was the way that the album was meant to be experienced.
Lonnie's second win, on the other hand, was for a brand new project alongside Japanese musician Masa Takumi.
We wrote a song, and then I realized how amazing he is.
That song turned into the album Sakura, which ended up taking home the title of Best Global Music Album.
We were working to really talk about Japan and its heritage and the sights and sounds in Japan and translate that musically. And I think we did an okay job, and he's just a joy to work with.
And Lonnie tells me after all of these years, he never thought a small town kid from Tompkins County would be able to get one of these.
5 years old and nervous till my stomach hurt.
Growing up in the little village of Freeville, where there was no music industry and there really nobody was dreaming about being a rock star or anything, it never even crossed my mind.
Coming from a musical family, Lonnie was surrounded by music his whole life. But his younger sister Audette knew it would become something much bigger than just a hobby.
He would touch any instrument and he could figure it out and play it. So he was very talented very early.
And even after rising to success over the years, Audette says Lonnie is still that small town kid inside.
We're at the after party and he kind of leans over to me. Audette, do you see that guy over there? He's won 3 Grammys. And then I looked at Lonnie and I said, hey, so have you. You've won 3.
That humility, Lonnie says, is all thanks to his upbringing and biggest supporters.
Everybody's just been so encouraging and pushing to just keep going, keep going. So it really puts the wind under your wings, so to speak.
And his family couldn't agree more.
I've just been so impressed with how the community in the area has just rallied around and celebrated with him on these accomplishments.
From a small town perspective, I think a lot of people here love him so much, not only for that, but he's still humble and he's still the guy out on his tractor and tapping maple trees and loving that small town life.
Now, despite that overwhelming support from the community, Lonnie says there's one person in particular that truly keeps him going.
My wife has been really instrumental in the success because she's really pushed me and encouraged me and supported. And it makes you realize how powerful that is in your life when you're with somebody that really connects and really wants you to do well.
And for Jody, those feelings are definitely reciprocated.
He celebrates my wins and I get to celebrate his wins. And it comes with such pride when you know you've encouraged somebody to just keep chasing that dream and you recognize the passion that they have for what they do.
So what's next for Lonnie? Well, he can't exactly say, but he was able to give me one little hint.
I'm working with Stuart Copeland again, and Ricky's involved, of course, and it's probably going to be the biggest project I've had the privilege to be a part of, and we are quite a way into it, and it's very exciting.
Very exciting indeed. In Freeville, Katerina Belales, WENY News.